Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K. Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K. Thanks so much for joining me, and today I have an altered book journal to share with you guys. I created this journal as part of a challenge for the August Altered Junk Journal Challenge Facebook group. And this challenge is hosted by Dear Julie here on YouTube. Every month she hosts some sort of journal making challenge. And if you guys are really new to journal making and junk journals, I highly recommend going and checking out Julie's channel, which I will link below in the description box, because again, every month she has some sort of challenge and you guys can play along with her to create a journal. This past month, August, the challenge was fairly easy. All you had to do was create an altered book journal, and that basically was it. She also has hosted a couple little mini challenges for some giveaway prizes within the month of different things you can make. And so this is the journal that I ended up creating from a book. And you basically tear out some of the pages and then glue some of them together to create your base pages, and then add scrapbooking paper or digital paper to finish it off. And I decided to kind of challenge myself to use some paper from my paper collection that I haven't used, or I've used very little of it. And so I chose this one from Bo Bunny. It's the Genevieve collections. It's a lot of pretty blues and yellows, and there's kind of some hints of green and gray also in there. So that's the main paper that I chose to use. I pretty much just stuck with that paper collection along with a few other scraps from my paper stash. The cover, I just did end up painting. My book originally was black, and so I ended up painting it blue and then layering on some blue and yellow papers and then an image from the paper collection. On the spine, I did wrap some lace around it, and then I put some of this rosette trim. And I used the little piece left over right there. There is some cheesecloth, and then I do have some rickrack trim. And on the back side, I just put a piece of the paper from the paper collection. I did use some pretty yellow lace as my closure. In case people are wondering, I guess my book does measure approximately about 5 3/4 by, and I think it's almost 8 1/2 is the measurements. And so again, it's just the paper. Like I said, I glued paper together. And then once I started, every page, as you can see, if you see a tab, there is a journaling card. I'm just going to open up the first one. I'm not going to do them all, but they're blank. I might go back in and stencil on these like I did here. I have some stenciling, but I haven't decided. So for now, they're just blank. I haven't decorated them. And you can see there's quite a few kind of throughout the book there. I used a lot of quotes, and then on each page I do have one little blank spot so that I can journal on. And I did, rubber stamped quotes. And then the other page I kind of decorated. This one I have a flip right here, and then this also flips up. And then up here I also have a tag on that one. So there's kind of 3 elements to that page. More stenciling and stamping, and then this one is just a CD case that I ended up just putting a little journal card that I created out of the paper stash in there. And I thought that was kind of fun because you can see your image right there on that one. A little belly band. This is a double belly band, so I have a spot here and then a spot underneath here for an item. And this one I have a little tuck spot right there, and then a tuck spot behind here. This is one of her, Julie's mini challenges that she had, was to create some journaling cards or tags. And I believe part of it was you had to have a little banner, a pennant piece, you had to use a sticker, you had to have some scrapbooking paper, and you had to have a doily. And so that was, we had to create 4 of those. So you'll see kind of 4 of these throughout the journal in different colors. Here there's a little tuck spot for cards, and then up here there is a tag, a little pocket here, and then this I thought was kind of fun. I tied this on so you can take these papers off, and then here's the normal spot, and I had just had some some paper reinforcers there, but the string is behind the page that I glued down. But I thought this is kind of fun because you can take these off and just journal on the individual pieces, or you can add more to it if you wanted to. And then here's a little tuck corner spot up at the top with some journaling cards. I did die cut that cute little bird. I think that's a Sizzix Tim Holtz die. I created a little tag for that pocket. Then another one of those challenge journaling cards. This also flips up so you can journal there. And then there's also a tag back here. I did try to incorporate as much of the scrapbooking paper as I could, so even this little piece right here is always that top piece that you cut off on your 12 by 12 paper. And so you do see quite a bit of those little pieces throughout the journal. I just was trying to use up as much as I could for the scraps. Here I attached an envelope behind this scrapbooking paper, so I decorated this, and then I added journal cards in here. Then here I have a little envelope with a tuck spot behind it. The envelope flips up and there is a journal card in there. And then I also incorporated onto this page that I glued down a tag that fits in there. You just don't glue behind this sheet so that there's a spot to put your tag. And I try to include, like I said, a lot of rubber stamping with some sentiments, some of my favorite quotes and sentiments from my rubber stamp collection. I just stamped on those. I have a little pennant or banner piece up there, and then a couple journaling cards tucked in. And then part of the book, when I glued the pages, I did cut them out to look like tags. So this is part of the book pages. Right here I have a kind of a flip out here. It flips this way to journal if you want, and then you can open it up this way. I just left this. This is kind of pretty, but if I wanted to, I could probably go over this with gesso, and then I'd be able to write on it. And then again, another little spot up here for a tag. A couple of pages I just left blank if they were light enough that you could just go ahead and journal on. Another little tuck spot here. And then this little piece right here, I did have a sticker sheet, a Bo Bunny sticker sheet that matched this paper collection, and that was part of this. And so what I ended up doing is just covering up some of the words, like under here I think it said Bo Bunny. And there was some words up here too that I covered with the rickrack. So this was kind of garbage that normally would have gotten thrown away. And I altered it so that I could use it as a tag. And then also on the back side there was some writing. And so I just covered it with a blank piece of white paper that I stenciled on. Here's a little pennant that I created as a tuck spot. Another tuck spot. Then this one I had a little card that flips up so you can write on it, and then you can also pull out a journaling card as a belly band. So kind of a double element there. Again, the same thing, this flips up to write on. There's also a tuck spot behind there, and then also a tag down here. A tuck spot, again, this is an envelope that I attached behind the paper I glued down. So then you can pull this out and journal on it also. Pocket with a journal card in it. Another flip up with a journal card in it. So a couple more journal cards. This one's blank. This one has some pretty bird paper on it. And then again, this flips this way so you can journal on it. Another flip up and a belly band so you can journal there, and then this comes out. And again, I have all these journaling cards that you're able to pull out from the sides of the paper too. And then here I added a little, this is a rubber stamp that I stamped on some of the paper and just kind of made a little ticket tag there. So there's a tuck spot there. This also flips open to journal on. And then this is my back cover right there. So that's my journal. I do plan on stamping this book belongs to and putting it on a piece of white paper and attaching it right there too. I just hadn't gotten that far. I just realized as I was going through it with you guys that I forgot to do that little step. So again, that is my finished journal. I hope you guys like it. I kind of had fun participating in this challenge, and again, I recommend to everyone, if you're just starting out some journal making or you just want some inspiration, that you go ahead and follow along with Julie, again, who's Dear Julie here on YouTube. Like I said, it was kind of a fun little challenge to do, and so that is my completed journal for this month. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day and happy crafting.